I've got to move it. Tried to start it, nothing happened. Must be flat. I got 2 battery charges on it right now. Get it charged up as fast as possible. I feel like I haven't had much time to work on this lately, and progress has been so slow. I've been trying to use all the time that I have, but there just isn't enough time. And when I get busy, this ends up being the thing that I don't get to do, which sucks, because it ends up just not getting done. But don't leave, because I have made some progress. I just like to start off by saying something negative to set the mood. So to recap, I've previously removed most of the interior from the vehicle, and the only thing to go back in so far is my overhead shelf. The next thing is carpet and trim, followed by the main part of the setup, the bed/storage system. But first I've got to move some of this stuff around to clear access to the shed, which is going to make things inconvenient, as you'll see later. Yeah. The carpet was full of mud and dirt, so I had a pretty good attempt at scrubbing it out. A fair bit of dirt came out, but it still looked like 35-year-old carpet. So I decided the cheapest and easiest way to make it look a little nicer would be to dump $100 worth of paint into it. It would have looked even better if it had more than $100 of paint in it, but that would be silly. Most people going to this extent would probably do sound deadening under the carpet and everywhere, which I may do around the front at some point, but I probably won't do the rest just because I'm going to have so much stuff built in here. I think it's not going to make much difference really by the time I've got underlay, carpet, framing, bed, mattresses and all that sort of thing. I just don't think the sound deadening or whatever I add underneath all that is going to make enough of a difference to be worth it, and I'm sure it would be in the front. Well, you might think I'm cheating, but I'm going to start with a little bit of a template. This is a bit of an old bed frame, and I don't need most of it. Basically, I want to use these side bits to get my height for the bed, and then this bit goes over the wheel arches, so I want to use the 3 sides. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to keep the middle part too, because then I can separate the sides up into 2 storage compartments. That's basically the part that I need. See on this side you can see how it's shaped for the wheel arches. It's a shame that this is full of holes, but I'm not paying for new wood. The interior instantly looks so much better with some carpet in it, and I reckon the black is a pretty cool change from the stock grey. Now I get to cover it all up with the most important part of the setup, the bed. My concept plan is basic, so I'm just making things up as I go, which sucks because I keep doing things wrong, but whatever. I stripped down the old frame a little and reused bits and pieces to hopefully improvise my way to a functional drawer system under the bed. I'm cutting out vital bits of this framework to try and be original and creative. I'm starting to realise now, after also removing strength from a few other parts, that this setup is probably not going to be very structurally sound. However, I'm going to do it like this anyway. I've always had it set up so it can be either a single bed or a double with the removable bits of plywood up here, but why would I ever sleep on a single bed? I hated the single bed. It was so tiny. I'm just going to have the double bed permanently built in so that I can live a life of comfort and luxury 24/7, 100% of the time. I'm not very responsible when it comes to thinking about the future because I had a really good, nice, thick bed base already. Good enough. And I chopped it up since I needed an extra bit of wood for my shelf. Kinda remember the measurements that we took earlier. No, I definitely just did that wrong. Now I've bought some nice thin ply to replace the bits I wasted. What am I doing? And I can't even cut those right. So it'll be interesting to find out how well it works for the bed once I manage to cut it in a way that I can actually attach it. Now it's finally the weekend and I've got some time to work on this junk. But of course that means it's the perfect time for it to rain all day. The weather's always like this when I need to work on the Safari. Every time I need to do something outside, it starts pouring. We used to have a shed so that I could work on this inside when it was raining, which makes such a big difference, obviously. But I moved all my stuff from the small shed to the big shed so that we could do up the small shed. But then I built a gym in the small shed. Which was cool until it turned into a construction site and it's not really usable right now. So I can't really use any of the sheds, but that's fine. I just have to do things outside in this gross environment we live in. No, I'm just joking. I like the environment. So I'll use this time to organise some things that need to get done on the vehicle. There are a bunch of things that need fixing, which I thought I would do myself, but then it turned out that I'm lazy and I just don't really feel like doing it. I've got some rust to fix around one of the rear side windows, so I've got to remove the window to repair all the rust, and I thought it would be cool to put in a gull wing window instead of the regular glass. I found this one online, which was pretty cheap, so I inquired on their website. But I think they just ignored me. I haven't heard back from them. My driver's door was all cracked and broken around one of the hinges, so I tried my best to find one online. They ignored me too. A panel beater friend found one available door, but the price was absolutely ridiculous. They were obviously rare, so he decided to just fix it instead. It works good now. The only problem is, the whole time I've owned it, the door has never lined up properly. That's one of the big reasons I was hoping to just get a new one. The door doesn't really look bent to me, so my guess is that maybe during a previous repair they've accidentally moved the mounting holes somehow. Because no matter what we do, we can't get it to line up. But I don't know much, so it's probably not that. Turn off the camera, got it cut. Now I've got to try fit it in there. Before this video is over, I want to at least get the bed platform down. Once this is done, I'm going to be in such nice places on these super nice days. Hopefully I receive some parts and some good weather at the same time, and then we can make some good progress on this. I really want to get this done so I can drive and go to places and do things. I'm going to get more done on this as soon as I possibly can, so I'll get back to you then and give you another update.